What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. This is my third one for the day, but we're not gonna stop. There's more to talk about. Honestly, I think I should have just made a live stream on this one instead of making like 5-6 videos. But I want to segregate them, because each figure needs to have a spotlight of its own outside of this guy right here. But we're gonna talk about him anyway. Iron Man Mark IV. This is the Subzero fractal armor, and it's exclusive, I would say, to Sideshow at this point. Okay, to put it into context, so I'm guessing there's gonna be like this limited line. You don't need to queue up on that line. They released the fractal, just a regular Mark IV armor not too long ago, and that is quote unquote exclusive as well, limited. Yeah, it's sitting right now on Sideshow. So that, the dueling Darth Vader, the Darth Maul, they're sitting at Sideshow, and they're supposed to be quote unquote exclusive. I'll say this isn't 2016 where if you just put an exclusive tag on it, people are gonna just get it, especially if it's not artisan. Artisan is a different category, because there's something that we really haven't seen for a while, but as far as like repaints or something like concept art, there's so many choices right now, not just from Hot Toys. Hot Toys got to remember that there is InArt, J&D. Even though they are expensive, there are choices. You still got 3.0 third party. So the days where people are just wanting something new, those days are gone. It doesn't work anymore. Now I understand they want to just maximize their profit margins within this molds or whatnot, but it shows it doesn't work anymore. This is not like Brown Suit Spider-Man. That is not a repaint. That is a completely different figure. Now you can utilize his head sculpt, but everything else, is different. This is Mark IV. This is a Mark IV fractal, just different paint applications. That doesn't work anymore. There's so many options out there. You can see from the comments on their Facebook page that people are like, just enough. It doesn't work anymore. And mind you, this is a beautiful design. Like, looking at it just aesthetically, this it looks clean, very clean. Like, I wouldn't mind having this. I wouldn't buy it. If somebody gave this to me, I'd be like, this is awesome. I'll keep it. But I'm not gonna pay even $200 for it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll get that money and buy something else. I'll buy Brown Suit Wolverine, or buy another Hot Toys. There's so many things to buy right now that some people are tapping out because they couldn't get everything that they wanted. And now you're gonna, put a filler like this. I get it, again, from their standpoint. It's just that I feel like, and this is a ploy by Hot Toys, by the way. So everyone wants Mark IV, right? Like, even the newer Iron Man fans who's just coming into the game, who never had a chance to get that diecast Mark IV, but they're delaying it. Why? Because they want to sell this variants first before you go to the final boss, which is, the OG Mark IV, the original colorway Mark IV. So they want you to buy this one first. It's like Jordans, they're before they release the OG colorway, they'll make you buy, the Carolina Blues or whatever the case is. So this is what they're doing. They're maximizing the profit for the particular mold. I don't know if even the hardcore Iron Man fans must be like, no, it's enough. I don't want to do this anymore. Like they said that the market for this is in Asia. I was just in Asia not too long ago, and they're sitting there as well. So stop it, Hot Toys. Stop with this. If you think your concept arts or all of these gimmicks that you have, just make a figure, make it really good, and then think of another IP that you can do. So, because otherwise you are just wasting resources and effort into these. I'm not saying this is not beautiful, because this is a beautiful looking armor. It's very clean. I actually do like the look of this. Aesthetically very pleasing to the eyes. It's just that it's not practical. It's it in this day and age where you have, you know what, I would buy if somebody gives me the money for free, I'll buy something else. I'll buy Blurg before this. At least Blurg is a completely different entity. Like I'll buy something on sale before getting another Iron Man figure. Because there's so many Iron Mans out there that's still not sold. Like Mark 5. There's like Mark 85 out there. There's even Mark 46 that is more worthy if you don't have any Iron Mans yet. Now, if you have a lot, obviously somebody who's going to buy this, I would say, is an avid Iron Man collector. I don't blame you. So maybe this is not for the casuals, but even the hardcore ones, I would say has already had enough of this. Like I like Batman, but I didn't buy that blue and gray, Dark Knight from Christian Bale. No, I don't do colorways. There's so many options out there that I don't have enough money, space, to display something that is based on somebody else's concept. I like the movie, and again, so many things that you could do, to put all your effort. Imagine if InArt makes a concept art Joker, God, like you only have like 20 releases, and then how are you gonna make concept art? It's kind of silly. Like with Hot Toys, I'm sure they have volumes and volumes of releases, but come on, man. Don't tell me you can't think of something else besides coloring him white. If you want to put something out there that is available for people, just make it Mark IV. Just the OG Mark IV. Let it sit. I'd rather have and I have the OG Mark IV, by the way. I have the OG diecast Mark IV that I'm not going to sell because it's perfectly fine. It looks beautiful. So if the OG Mark IV sits like this Mark V right now, I wouldn't even be upset with that. And I have both figures. That is for new players in the game, new collectors, to have the proper version of a Mark whatever suit that it's out there, not a colorway. I'd rather have that set on the shelf rather than this. Like Mark 6 sitting right now at Big Bad. It's okay. Maybe somebody else who's new to the game would want a Mark 46, then he can snag it. But if that Mark 46 is like a gold, I don't want that. But let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm being too harsh on this. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching.